On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be going over week 2 of 4 on forklift safety. So stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be going over week 2 of 4 on forklift safety. So stay tuned. Today, we're going to be covering safe movement and awareness for forklift safety, and we're going to provide you with 5 tips that are going to possibly help you achieve that. So here is tip number 1, and that is use mirrors and spotters for blind spots. So if you have convex mirrors, if you're using the mirrors on your lift truck or your forklift, or just using spotters, make sure that you always know exactly what's going on and plan for any sort of issues by asking, again, somebody to spot you or by using your mirrors. Number 2 is going to be maintain safe speeds. So you never want to rush when you're using a forklift or a lift truck. Make sure that you're always maintaining safe speeds, that you're watching your load capacity to where you don't tip or have any sort of a load shift that's going to cause your load to go off, or just anything that is going to be a situation from going too fast or just not having your load on right. Number 3 is going to be watch for pedestrians and follow interaction protocols. So just make sure that you use your horns, use warning lights. Make sure, again, that you have spotters or people that watch what you're doing, and that you always make sure that you kind of get eye signals or just a idea that people see you before going forth and driving around with a forklift or a lift truck, because you might think somebody sees you, but they might not possibly see you. So just make sure that you always sound your horn, use buzzers, use just anything that you have at your disposal to make sure that people know you're coming and that there is a forklift in the area. Number 4 is avoiding collision in tight spots. So sometimes things can get very tight in warehouses, especially if you're in racks and things like that. So you want to make sure that as you're coming into or going out of racks or tight areas, that you're always aware that there could be somebody walking, that there could be products sitting on the ground, that there could be debris. You always want to pay attention when you're in those situations, not only going in, not only going out, but while you're in them as well. And then last but certainly not least, you want to stay alert and make sure that you adapt to changing conditions. So what that means is just simply watching what you're doing. If there is extra activity in your location that day, it might be a tour. It could be that you have vendors coming in. It might be that there is a changeover going in process and things have been moved and aren't in their usual area. It could be that there is a temporary area set up that is normally a place where you zip through with your lift truck or your tow motor, and that's not the case today. So always adapt and be aware of what's going on. Don't assume. And that is a great piece of advice and safety for any warehouse or facility. You always want to make sure that you are 100% aware of what's going on, and these are going to hopefully help you. As always, make sure that you follow the rules and regulations of your specific facility, but again, those should be a great place to get started. And until we talk to you next time, we want you to have a great week, stay safe, and here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic, and backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line Floor Tape, the only durable stripe.